Good day, fellow. Today, I just want to explain the concept of sound. Sound. By definition, the concept of sound implies the vibration of molecules. See, that's a simple definition of word of sound. Then, sound, it is composed of what? It is composed of, or what are the characteristics that makes the sound? Is going to be the loudness, that has to do with the amplitude. It has to do with the amplitude. You see, we also have what? We also have, let me leave some spaces in between. We also have now a pitch. This one, it has to do with frequency. Lastly, the quality now. Quality of sound. This one, it has to do with complexity. See, we have loudness, pitch, and quality. Then we said loudness, it has to do with what? With amplitude. Bear in mind that only longitudinal waves that makes up what? The sound. It's like sound, in a way, it's an example of the longitudinal waves. But it's so difficult for us to explain this concept using a longitudinal wave. Now we are going to use what? A transversal wave. See, to explain the concept of what? Of amplitude as well as frequency and complexity for the quality of sound. Let me take two transverse wave. Suppose if, let's say, I had the first one, which is like this, and let's say somewhere here, oops, I hope you can see, but let me fix it. First one, see, we also have second one, which is like this. Now you see, I have A, I have B. From these two diagrams, which one do you think is more louder? Is it A or B? Yes, it is B. B more louder. Why? Because it has more amplitude. More louder. This one is soft. Let me say not louder. It's not louder. You see? Just like that. Now, as for pitch, we are going to focus where now? On frequency. Let me take this one. Oops, sorry. Let me take this wave A, and this one B. I have two waves now, A and B. Which one do you think has more pitch? Is it A or is it B? Clearly, it is B. Why? Because this one has more frequency. You see, it's like those waves, they are closely packed like this. This one will have more pitch. Let me say to this one, less pitch. You see? Then let us now move to the quality of a sound, which has to do with complexity. Again, I'm going to take two. Sound. This. See? I have A and B. Between A and B, which one or which wave it produce a pure note? Is it A or B? Yes, it is A. A produce pure note. Why does this one produce pure note? Because we have what now? Regular waves. These ones, they are irregular. This one, it doesn't give us pure note, or let's say tune. You see, let's say pure tune. You see, let's say tone. Pure tone doesn't give us pure tone, because now what we have irregular waves. Irregular for this one, but as for this one we have what? Regular waves. Then what are those examples that produces pure note? Do you still remember the tuning forks? Tuning forks. They look like this. You see, they produce a pure note. But the example of this one, it can be a violin or even a human voice. It doesn't produce a regular waves. You see? Now, what I'm going to do is, we have these three concepts. We have these three concepts now. Firstly, we have an I have a space. Yes, I have one. I have an infrasound. We also have an audible sound. Lastly, we have an ultrasound. You see? Then as for infrasound, that's a frequency. This one, it produces a frequency which is less than 20 hertz. You see, we as human, we can't hear this one as well as this one, but this one, it produces a frequency of less than 20 hertz. See, we can only hear an audible which is between 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. We as human, we can hear between the frequency of 20 and 20 kilohertz, but we can't also hear the frequency which is greater than 20 kilohertz, which is ultra frequency. Ultrasound, sorry. Ultrasound, it produces a frequency which is greater than 20 kilohertz. Frequency which is greater than 20 kilohertz. You see, for Audible is 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, but ultra is above 20 kilohertz. Then for infrasound, it is less than what? Than 20 hertz. We as human, we can only hear an audible sound which is between 20 hertz and 20 kilohertz. That's the concept of what now? The concept of sound, the vibration of molecules. We have loudness, pitch, and quality. Those are the characteristics of what? Of sound. For loudness, it is to do with amplitude, pitch, frequency, quality, complexity. You see, this is everything. Thank you.